The teenage years, a magical time filled with eye rolls, slammed doors, and the occasional existential crisis over a pimple. For parents, it can feel like navigating a minefield with a blindfold on. But fear not. Understanding the teenage brain can turn those turbulent years into a journey of discovery rather than a survival mission. Let's dive into the fascinating science behind the teenage brain and learn how to ride the waves of adolescence with a bit more grace and a lot more patience. Ever wonder why your teenager can go from happy to moody in the blink of an eye? The answer lies in their rapidly developing brain. During adolescence, the brain undergoes significant changes, particularly in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and reasoning. This part of the brain is still under construction, which means teenagers often rely more on their amygdala, the emotional center, to make decisions. So, when your teen decides that 2 a.m. is the perfect time to reorganize their room, you can thank their developing brain. The prefrontal cortex, often dubbed the control center of the brain, is responsible for tasks like planning, prioritizing, and impulse control. During the teenage years, this area is still maturing, which is why teens might struggle with decision-making and may act impulsively. They might choose hanging out with friends over studying for a test, not because they don't understand the consequences, but because their brain is wired to seek immediate rewards. Meanwhile, the amygdala, the emotional center of the brain, is fully active. This means teenagers often process information emotionally rather than logically. It's why a minor setback can feel like the end of the world, and why they might react with intense emotions. Understanding this can help parents respond with empathy rather than frustration. Another crucial aspect is the pruning process, where the brain eliminates unused neural connections to improve efficiency. Think of it as a spring cleaning for the brain, getting rid of the junk to make space for more important stuff. This process can affect everything from their ability to focus to their mood swings. It's like upgrading their brain's operating system, and just like any major update, it can come with some glitches. One common myth is that teenagers are just hormonal monsters who will grow out of it. While hormones do play a role, it's the brain development that's really at the heart of their behavior. Understanding that your teen isn't just being difficult on purpose can help you approach these years with more empathy. Another misconception is that teenagers are lazy because they want to sleep all the time. In reality, their brains and bodies are growing at a rapid pace, and they need more sleep than adults. The shift in their circadian rhythms means they naturally fall asleep later and wake up later. So, next time you find your teen sleeping until noon, remember they're not being lazy. They're just recharging their ever-evolving brain. Many parents think their teens are purposefully defiant or difficult. In truth, the combination of a developing brain and the quest for independence can make them seem more rebellious. They are testing boundaries and learning to assert their identity. Knowing this can help parents maintain patience and perspective. Now that we've decoded some of the mystery behind the teenage brain, let's talk about how you can support your teen during this critical time. 1. Communicate openly. Encourage open dialogue. Ask open-ended questions and listen without judgment. Sometimes all they need is to feel heard. Instead of interrogating them about their day, try asking, "What was the best part of your day?" This invites more detailed responses and shows genuine interest. 2. Set clear boundaries. While their brains are still learning self-control, it's important to set clear and consistent rules. Think of it as providing the guardrails on their winding road to adulthood. Be firm but fair, and explain the reasoning behind rules to help them understand the importance of boundaries. 3. Encourage healthy habits. Support activities that promote brain health, like regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and plenty of sleep. Yes, even if that means letting them sleep in on weekends. Physical activities like sports or even a family hike can also serve as bonding time and stress relief. 4. Be patient. Remember, their brains are a work in progress. Patience and understanding can go a long way in helping them navigate these years. When conflicts arise, take a step back and breathe before responding. Sometimes, a calm approach can diffuse a potentially explosive situation. 5. Promote independence. Give them space to make their own decisions and learn from their mistakes. This builds their confidence and helps them develop critical thinking skills. Offer guidance without taking over, and let them know you trust their judgment. 6. Foster a growth mindset. Encourage them to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than failures. Praise their efforts rather than just their achievements, helping them build resilience. Raising a teenager can feel like a roller coaster ride, but understanding the science behind their brain development can make the journey smoother. By staying informed and empathetic, you can better support your teen as they grow into adulthood. So, next time your teenager acts out, take a deep breath and remind yourself, it's not just a phase, it's brain science. Let's embrace the chaos and celebrate the growth, one teenage brain cell at a time. This blog is based on personal learning and training and may not apply to all individuals. It is intended for informational purposes only and should not be used as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.